I'm Dale Buchanan, and this is Puppy Talk, the podcast that offers free advice and tips for raising a happy, healthy, and obedient puppy. For more information on this podcast, visit us online at puppytalkpodcast.com. Welcome to Puppy Talk episode number 112. I'm your host, Dale Buchanan, and today I want to talk about how to teach your puppy to make good decisions. This is the opposite of constantly directing your puppy or telling them what to do. Imagine that you're an actor in a movie or a TV show or a play, and the director keeps telling you exactly how to say your lines, exactly how to feel in every scene, exactly what to do, and you're not using your abilities as an actor to do what you've been trained to do. This would annoy you. This would most likely annoy the director, and nobody benefits from that. When you are leading your puppy to greatness, you have to take yourself away from being a director to teaching the puppy to make good decisions. Have them make good decisions on their own without intervening, without forcing them. They have to voluntarily learn to make good decisions. In this podcast episode, I'm going to teach you how to teach your puppy to make good decisions. Let's get started. First of all, like I said, you want to stop directing them and you want to challenge them. You want to encourage them. You want to set them up for success to where they can make good decisions and be rewarded for it. Leash training is a great way to do this. For example, we teach the auto sit in our leash training program where the puppy will walk with you on a loose leash next to you. When you stop, the puppy automatically sits. They're making a decision to do something good. And you can look at the puppy and say very subtly, "Good girl" or "good boy." You don't have to use food rewards. You don't have to use a high-pitched voice. You don't want to do this. "Good girl, good boy, yay, good, that's so good, oh, you did it." Because we're trying to calm them down. We're trying to keep them calm. We're not trying to overstimulate them. It's very easy to overstimulate puppies. I've never once been asked to make a dog more hyper, more excited. Puppy owners always want to know how to calm their puppy down. And the way we do that is not by talking to them all the time. It's by putting them in position to make good decisions. The second exercise I would recommend is called the chair exercise. And here's what you do. You take a chair, you put it in the middle of the living room floor. You grab some treats. The puppy's going to come over to you and smell the treats and jump up. If they're a little puppy, they're going to jump up to about your knee level and they're going to try to get the treats. If they're a bigger dog, they might put their paws on your lap. Regardless of what they do, you don't say anything. You don't do anything. You let them smell the treats, and they have to make a conscious decision to sit. When they sit or lay down, either one, 4 on the floor, all 4 paws on the floor, but they have to be sitting or laying down. You give them a yes and a food reward. That's it. That's the only word you're saying is yes. You're marking that behavior and you're rewarding that behavior. So they jump a little bit more. You don't give them any attention. You ignore it. They back up, they sit, yes, give a food reward. They jump again, maybe just for 1 or 2 seconds this time, then they sit on their own. Yes, give a food reward. The jumping will go away when you practice this enough because they're getting rewarded for sitting or laying down, whatever behavior you choose. Another thing you can do to teach your puppy to make good decisions is target training. I recently posted a video on my Instagram page of Top Gun dog training where I have a puppy that's been play biting and out of control and really frustrating the owners to the point where one of the owners was crying during the week before I got there because she was so frustrated because the puppy was biting her so much. Picking the puppy up during that time of overstimulation and talking to them only makes things worse. What I did, I got out a target training pad. It's a round pad about 12 inches. And it's blue. They also have yellow. They're made by Fit Paws. It's FITPAWS. And I get them on Chewy. I'm not an affiliate. I don't make any money from Fit Paws. I'm just passing the information along for free. I do the target training where I put the pad down. The puppy's paw touches the pad without saying anything. You can point to the pad, but you can't tell them touch the pad and keep giving them direction. Remember, we don't want to direct them. We want to teach them to make good decisions. The pad's on the floor, they touch it, you say yes, give them a food reward. Very calmly say yes. You don't have to touch them. You don't have to pet them. There's no lapse of time in between when they get their marker and the food reward to starting another repetition. You back them up, you bring them towards the target again, and they touch with their paw, and you say yes, give a food reward. The way this works is the target pad from FitPaws is rubber. The floor usually is hardwood or the carpet is very soft. So there's a difference in the texture from the training pad versus the floor or rug or carpet. And the puppy can sense that. They can feel that with their paw. They can also see the blue pad, which you want them to consciously touch in the middle of the pad with their paw, like giving a high five to the training pad. It's very funny to watch puppies do this without telling them, because puppies are very smart if you challenge them. Remember, we're challenging the puppy, not directing them. The next thing you can do is you can give the puppy dog puzzles. I have these brick puzzles from Outward Hound. There's 20 compartments in there. They have to take these little pieces out and slide pieces over and lift up these compartments to get the food rewards out, which means they have to think. They have to do it on their own. You're not telling them what to do. You're not directing them. You're challenging them. Another thing I like to do with puppies is light agility training inside the house. There's a kit that you can get that has cones with these rods that go between the cones that you put together. You can have the height of the rod that the puppy has to jump over 2, 4, or 6 inches. You don't want to go much higher than that with a puppy because you don't want impact on their joints at 12, 14, 16 weeks old. You're just trying to get them to move a little bit, make good decisions, and not directing them. What we do with puppies is we put 2 or 3 of these little jumps in the house, and we space them apart, and the puppy has to go like an obstacle course, over one jump, over another jump, over another jump, and then the target training pad's on the end, and they have to lay down on the target training pad. Do this about 5 rounds, and the puppy will be absolutely exhausted. They'll be mentally tired. It's not a physical exercise. We're not talking about physical work here. If you take your puppy out back and you're throwing the ball with them to tire them out, that's not going to work for a puppy because the physical exercise is just conditioning them to be a better athlete. What we have to do is challenge the puppy to make better decisions to replace the unwanted behaviors. A puppy can't multitask. So if they're making a good decision, then they're not doing the unwanted behaviors such as jumping, barking, play biting, chewing. The puppy that I talked about that I put in my video on Instagram was play biting a lot. So we did the target training and it completely stopped play biting within 30 seconds because it had something else to do with its mind and it was challenged. You want to give the puppy a chance to succeed. That's your goal as the owner. Set the puppy up for success. Every time you set the puppy up for failure and they don't succeed, it annoys and frustrates you. That annoys and frustrates the puppy, and nobody's winning, and the cycle just keeps going in the wrong direction. In review, challenge your puppy, stop directing your puppy, set your puppy up for success. I hope this information was helpful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out via our website at puppytalkpodcast.com. Have a great day.